Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my 2022 minimalist New Year's resolutions. To start out, I know that New Year's resolutions tend to get a stigma around them. That being, we make these resolutions and maybe not even a month in, we forget about them or we totally give up on them. I myself am very guilty of this. I've made various resolutions along the lines of exercising more, eating healthier, etc., that I gave up within the first month of the new year. But I think that 2022 is going to be a little bit different. What I didn't have before that I have this year is the knowledge of how to build systems and habits to set up yourself for success to complete your goals. That's why as I list out all of my New Year's resolutions for next year, I am also going to be talking about the habits and systems that I'm going to put in place to make sure that I stay on track throughout the year. By developing these systems and habits, these resolutions will just become normal and part of my life. Before I know it, I think a lot of these may just even come naturally. Okay, first up we have getting out of debt. I'm sure that it's pretty relatable to those who are watching. It's pretty common, pretty normal to be in some kind of debt. For me personally, my debt is under $10,000 at the moment. And for someone who is just out of college, that's not the worst ever, but to me, any amount of debt, save a mortgage, is too much debt. So one of my biggest resolutions this year is to pay off all of my debt. The way I plan on doing this is by using the debt avalanche method. This method differs a little bit from maybe one that you've heard called the snowball method, because you target the highest interest rates first. This method allows for you to save the most money since you're getting rid of the highest interest rates first. There is also a sub-resolution that is hidden inside of this resolution, and it is to chill on my Amazon spending. Because if I'm being honest with you, that's my Achilles heel, is Amazon. I know I'm not the only one, but it's the only thing that I just am devoid of all logic sometimes. So anyways, if I can get the Amazon spending under control, I can get everything else under control easily. Next up, we have a January no spend month. I'm pretty excited about this one because I think it's going to set me up for 2022 on the right kind of mindset. This should also help me reduce my Amazon spending as well. And the method behind this is very simple. Don't buy things for a whole month. Now, this doesn't include basic necessities like food, water, shelter, bills, that kind of stuff. I know there's a couple of events coming up in January that I will have to buy some gifts for, but anything other than the basics. So no new video games, Melissa. No new clothes. No random Amazon purchases. Next up, we have keeping one small space tidy. Now, in particular, I want to target my desk. After all, I spend a ton of time at my desk, either working from home or working on YouTube stuff or watching some kind of class on Skillshare. I think this is a good one for anyone to implement, even if you're not really into minimalism, because it really gives you kind of a safe, reliable space that you can always come to and know that it will be clean, tidy, organized. It's like your own sacred little space where you can work on whatever you need to work on, or take a break there, or eat a meal, and you know that you're not gonna have to worry about moving a bunch of stuff out of your way. It'll already be there waiting for you. Next up, for my resolutions for 2022, I would like to start making progress towards one goal each and every day. I think that this is a very important one for anyone to implement, because this is exactly how you build habits out for the long run. For me personally, probably one of my biggest goals for 2022 is to steadily keep building up this YouTube channel and to continually make some kind of progress on it every single day. Whether that is writing a script, editing a video, taking classes on filmography, or researching for more ideas. And if I can get even a fraction of a percent better each day, then at the end of next year, I will have made some very substantial progress towards my goals and made great improvements to my video quality and just the value that I can provide for you, my viewers. My next resolution is going to be to start implementing the 1 in, 1 out principle. This is a pretty common one in the minimalist space. It's come up a lot in the other it's come up a lot in the minimalists that I follow, and I think it's best implemented on spaces that you've already decluttered. An example is that I have already decluttered my closet and my shoes, both of which I made videos about. Link in description. So this coming year, whenever I buy any new clothing or shoes, I'm going to also get rid of one. This will ensure that for the spaces that I've already decluttered, I won't end up accumulating more stuff just to replace the stuff that I already got rid of. I think that this will really help with my accountability. Next up, we have appreciating what I have now. This is a pretty fundamental principle to minimalism, or at least my interpretation of it. I think the easiest way to implement this is to have some kind of gratitude journal. Just somewhere where you can list out a few things each day or a few times a week what you're grateful for, whether it's the stuff that you already have, the people in your life, or even just something about yourself, as self-gratitude is also very important. Appreciate yourself. You deserve it. You're awesome. This is an excellent way for us to just appreciate what we already have and to be content and happy with what is already in our life. Okay, final one. And this is probably the one that's given me the most trouble. I've been thinking about it for a while, and if I say it out loud, I'm hoping that it'll help me propel forward with this. I want to move out. Now, maybe this isn't quite typical of a minimalist to want more space. Currently, I rent a room with 2 other roommates. It has been great. It's been perfect for what I needed at the time in the life that it came along. So cheap rent and living with 2 other people to where we were all aligned and on each other's side. That was great for what I needed when I was in college. But now I got a big girl job, and I really do think that it is finally time. There is one thing, however, that is sort of keeping me from giving complete commitment to this decision, and it is that rents and the housing market are kind of ridiculous right now. I don't know if you've ever heard of something called lifestyle creep. Basically, when you start making more money, your cost of living, how you live your life, whatever you spend your money on, kind of grows along with it. So as your income goes up, so too does your living cost. Your income starts to creep up, and so does how much your lifestyle costs, even to a point where it kind of outweighs your income. And right there is lifestyle creep, my friends. And that is exactly what I want to avoid. I've spent so long just like barely able to afford my lifestyle because, you know, broke student life, and finally like have an actual income coming in. I am terrified of just making a financial decision that puts me back in that, you know, paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, and I don't want that. So the very last thing I want to do is to move out right now and be bogged down by an expensive rent or mortgage payment. I don't know. This one's still kind of up in the air for me. If you have any experience dealing with this or any advice of what you would do if you were in my shoes, I would greatly appreciate it, because I'm at a loss. Would you move out, or would you just wait until the housing market slowed down a little bit? Anyways, that is going to be all from me today. Let me know what any of your resolutions are, or if the ones I listed kind of sparked some new ones for you. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see you in the next one.